It has been so long since I've done any kind of a video, and I miss doing it. It's just been nonstop, hectic, busy. Gosh, really since the Olympia, since I went to the Olympia, I haven't even had time to like post a recap video of that. I made one and then I didn't post it. I've been so busy. Because after that, my boyfriend and I went to Chicago for just a fun weekend to do fall things and get coffee and walk around the city, and that was amazing. Then we had another show in Kentucky that I expedited, a third show in Kentucky that I expedited, and then what happened? My birthday happened, so I'm older now. What else? Then we had a fourth show in Kentucky, so almost like in a month we had like three Kentucky shows that I expedited, and we had like a week downtime, maybe two, and now I'm here in Miami for NPC Nationals, so that's cool. For those of you guys who don't know what expediting is or what that entails, basically it's a team of people who, whenever there's a bodybuilding show that's held, we're the ones that are on stage and backstage, making sure that things are in order, that things are timed properly, that everyone's where they need to be, to make sure that the competitors are where they're supposed to be when they're supposed to be there, to make the show happen. And so we have the judging panel, and then alongside that side of the stage, on stage and then backstage, we have a whole crew of people who counter that and kind of make the show flow, make it go. So if you go watch a bodybuilding show and you see someone on stage, that's an expediter. Or if you've competed before and the people who are backstage, like calling your number, that's us. So I don't know, it's cool. Again, here I am in a situation I don't know how I got here. I've had, oh gosh, is this my fifth? I think this is like my sixth or seventh show that I've expedited just this year, which is pretty crazy to me because last year I had only done our Kentucky shows, and now I'm getting to do really cool things like expedite the Olympia and then fly to Miami to come do the Nationals. And so here's what I'm really excited to see this weekend. And this is weird. This is kind of weird for me. I haven't been to a national show since I turned pro because I haven't had a real reason to be there. And so it's been over a year since I've been around a national stage. And one of my favorite things about national shows, and I know I'm going to get all like emotional, it is one of my utmost favorite things to watch other people get their pro card. And that's going to happen here for a lot of people. It's just really amazing to, even before I got my pro card, I would hang out to watch that. It's just something that, like, that person has put their heart and soul, not that we all haven't worked hard, but when the realization happens that they're like, oh my God, they called my number and now I'm the pro. It's like, I can relate to that now. That's really cool. But also it's just so, I don't know. It's just, it reignites why I do this, or why I have done it for so long, when I see other people do that. So that's a really cool experience for me, and something that I'm really excited to be here and like see backstage and like be a part of, is really to watch these athletes end their amateur chapter. And I also have a posing client in the show, so it'll be really cool to see her up here and just like get to see firsthand like our work, like things we've been working on. So I hope she gets it, but like either way, I'm proud just to see my friends and my clients and my athletes be here in this setting, because this is one of the hardest national shows that we have. They're all awesome, but this one's pretty killer. So it's also kind of bittersweet because it's the last show of the year. So bodybuilding shows run all the way from March to November, and this is the very last one that I'll be a part of for the rest of 2019. And it's been a wild year. I went to the Arnold. I did my art thing at the Arnold, so I wasn't really quite there for like the amateur competition stuff, but I did work the help with the productions team backstage at the Arnold, like the Figure International and Arnold Classic Bodybuilding. Then I went and competed in the St. Louis Pro Then we had the Kentucky Derby here that I had athletes in. Then I turned around the week later and did the Pittsburgh Pro. And then I had some clients who were online that were doing their shows like May and June. And then I did the Toronto Pro. That was my last show. And then we had like a little bit of downtime. And then I expedited for the Kentucky Open. Had clients and expedited in the Tricky Jackson show. Had clients and expedited in the Muscle. Clients and expedited at the Natural Kentucky. And now I'm here at Nationals. So that's what the year has been like. And it's been a really... it's just been this really amazing year. I always said that I wanted to travel, and I thought like, oh, I'll do that when I'm older. Like I thought like after bodybuilding. I never really anticipated being able to go all over the place with this, not just this job, but just it's cool to think that everywhere that I went this year, every single place that I traveled this year, except for the Chicago trip with my boyfriend, all of that was because of the IFBB and the NPC and these opportunities and the people that I'm involved with, who, whether it was for my own competition or for one of the trips, I just went to go meet a judge and get some feedback and some critique on my own posing. I went to Charleston to go meet with a judge just to get some like one-on-one critique on what I needed to do to get better. So every single trip that I've had this year has been because of this organization. And it's cool to be here now, that like I'm in it. So I've looked forward for these years for so long, and it's crazy that I'm watching all these really cool, amateur athletes that are about to turn pro, and I remember that so clearly, that feeling. And now a year later, I'm scheming in my head thinking, how can I get to the Olympia? How am I going to make it there? And so it's very relatable. So yeah, that's what I'm doing this weekend. The show's Friday, which is tomorrow, Friday and Saturday. And then that's it. That's it for the bodybuilding year. I have no shows planned. I need to get bigger. I'm getting bigger, while trying to stay leaner for my previous off seasons. So I don't even know when I'm going to hit the stage again at all. Could be next spring, summer, who knows. So yeah, this might be the last cool update that I have for a while. So that's about it.